For all your t-shirt needs, check out TeePublic's Killer Selection. Follow the link in the description. Hey, what's up, people? Pizzao here, and this is the Death Waltz Records / Mondo 40th Anniversary Vinyl Soundtrack for John Carpenter's Halloween. I pre-ordered this from Mondo's website a couple of months ago. I got it the other day. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do an unboxing for this release or if I wanted to do a collector's corner / review of this release. So what I decided to do ultimately is I just went ahead and opened it up. I listened to it. I lived with it for a couple of days. I let it all sink in, and I've got some mixed feelings about this release. Let's put it that way. But I'll get to that momentarily. First off, let's take a look at it. The artwork here on the front, I think, is really interesting. You've got a matte black background, and you've got some embossed rain on it. And there in the background, you can see the face of the Shape peering in at you as if he's watching you through a rain-soaked window. I think it's very simple. It's very subtle, very much like the original Halloween. And I think it's pretty cool. I think it's effective. I do dig it. I really like the embossed streaks of rain, and how you can just kind of sort of see the Shape back there. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Let's flip it around, take a look at the back. Very nice artwork here as well. You've got the Shape looking in through that window outside in the rain. Maybe he just wants to come inside. I mean, it's raining outside. It's probably cold. It is the fall. So, I mean, he's probably a little cold, let him in. You know what I mean? Why not? And the wind is howling outside my house as I'm saying that, which is a little bit creepy, but, very nice artwork here. Yeah, very cool. We've got the track list over here. Side A, we've got the Halloween theme. We've got Michael Kills Judith. We've got Shape Escape. We've got Myers House, Shape in the Shadows, Laurie's Theme, Nightfall in Haddonfield, and Backyard. On side B, we've got Killing Spree, Run and Hide, Love Death, Shadowed Streets, The Shape Stalking, He's in the House, Was It the Boogeyman, and Halloween Theme Reprise. And here's the credits here. The artwork was done by Mike Saputo. Very nice artwork, Mr. Saputo. I definitely dig the artwork. This release was, let me get where's the little card at? Here's the little card that came with it. It came on like the spine. But anyway, it says here that the original film music stems, transfer, sequencing, mix, and mastering by Alan Howarth. So, very nice. Of course, Mr. Howarth was a protege of John Carpenter's, and Mr. Howarth scored pretty much all of the Halloweens up to H2O. Well, with the exception of the first one also. But so let's open the release up. Nice artwork there. Here's just a very simple, very subtle artwork, very creepy, very effective. You've got the road into Haddonfield. On the other side, you've got the sign, Welcome to Haddonfield. But yeah, overall, I think just the presentation, the look of this release, again, it's very simple, very subtle, but very effective, much like the original Halloween. So let's take a look at the vinyl. Now, you could get this vinyl on either a pure orange, all orange vinyl, or a orange and black splattered vinyl. Now, I would have chosen the just straight up orange vinyl. However, that one sold out. So I got the orange and black splatter vinyl, which is also pretty cool. Yeah. This is side A of the release. There in the center, you've got the clown mask that Michael wore the night he murdered his sister. On side B, there you've got the classic Halloween jack-o'-lantern. But yeah, the orange and black splatter design, still pretty cool. Yeah, still pretty cool. Now, as for the audio quality on this release, it's strange. The day before this arrived in the mail, I saw some people had posted in one of the horror groups that I'm a member of on Facebook that they had already gotten their Halloween 40th anniversary vinyl soundtrack from Mondo / Death Waltz Records, and that it was, they actually used the terms archival and tinny. And there were a couple other people on there that said, yeah, mine sounds a little off too in the comment section. So I wasn't quite sure what to expect when I put this record in my record player and started playing it. And I have to preface this by saying, and keep in mind, I don't have a very expensive, state-of-the-art record player. I have a very modest Victrola record player, although I do use a couple of very nice Bose speakers that I plug into it. And when I first put this record on, I don't know. I think what I expected was something very crisp, something very clean, and something just very big. Now, I've listened to a lot of records on that little modest record player, a lot of these soundtrack reissues, including the Friday the 13th Part 5 soundtrack, and they had that big, there was a presence to them, and they sounded very crisp, very clean, very, I don't know if you, I want to say high def, but I guess very remastered. This doesn't really have that sound, that presence, or that kind of high def / remastered kind of sound to me. I also noticed when I was listening to this that there were moments where the volume kind of fell out. Now, there's moments on this soundtrack where purposefully the audio will kind of fade and then swell to give you, of course, the suspenseful, affect. But the moments that this wasn't a fading and swelling, this was just sort of the audio dropping out, which I thought was odd. Then I decided to get my Audio-Technica headset and plug my Audio-Technica headset into my record player and listen to this record. And I thought it sounded better through my headset. Now, granted, I'm not an audiophile by any stretch of the imagination, but I do like to have good quality headphones. And the Audio-Technica headphones that I have are really nice quality. It's a very nice quality headset. And the soundtrack sounded a lot better through that headset. However, while listening to the soundtrack through that headset, I kept thinking I was hearing people mumbling in the background, and it was very distracting. It was as if I was listening to the soundtrack while someone just kind of mumbled in my ear. It was very weird. Then I realized I was hearing the movie. Like, for instance, during the track Michael Kills Judith, you can hear Judith say, "Michael," from when he walks into the room and startles her while she's brushing her hair. During the music where Dr. Loomis is in the Myers house with the sheriff, you can hear Dr. Loomis talking. And when the gutter smashes through the window, you can hear that. And there were other specific, moments from the film that I could hear the characters talking under the music. So that was kind of distracting. Like I said, it was kind of like listening to the music while somebody mumbled in your ear. But that was very odd that you could hear the scenes. They're barely audible, but they're there underneath the soundtrack, underneath the music. I thought that was very odd. And again, distracting with my headphones on. I didn't really notice it through my speakers, but I definitely noticed it with my headset on. And I'm wondering, was that on purpose? I mean, I don't know. That was just very, very odd to me. But overall, the sound quality, and again, I'm no audiophile. I don't know if I would call it archival and tinny, but it definitely, at least through my speakers, it kind of, I don't know, it sounded a bit, I don't know, flat. It didn't have the presence, or it didn't have the, that, I don't know, that polished kind of feel about it. With my headset on, again, a very nice quality headset, it sounded much better, but I was hearing the movie playing under the music, and that was odd and kind of distracting. I don't know. Again, let me preface all this by saying I'm no audiophile. I was listening to this record through a very modest record player, although I was using a pair of very nice Bose speakers, and I listened to it a second time through my Audio-Technica headset. So, I don't know, kind of a mixed bag for me. It's very odd. It's a very odd kind of release. It's a mixed bag. I love the presentation. The audio quality, I think, is fine, but I think if you go into this, if you purchase this record expecting, a really refined Halloween soundtrack, you may not find it here. And if you do listen to it with a good pair of headphones, you will hear it was almost kind of spooky, actually, because I was listening to it with my headphones on, and it's like, what's it? It sounds like somebody's mumbling. What? Wait a minute, that's Dr. Loomis. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys out there, if you bought this 40th anniversary edition vinyl soundtrack for John Carpenter's Halloween from Death Waltz Records and Mondo, let me know your thoughts on it down in the comment section below. What were your thoughts on the audio quality? Did you hear the movie playing underneath the soundtrack? Did you notice the volume kind of fluctuating while listening to the record? Let me know down in the comment section below. Again, the presentation is great. I think it's a beautiful looking release. The audio quality overall, for me, it's fine. Again, I wouldn't consider myself to be a huge audiophile or anything, but there are some distracting qualities to this release, put it that way. Again, if you had any of the issues that I had with this release, please let me know about it down in the comment section below. Let me know what kind of record player you were listening to this record on. Yeah. If you guys like this video, please leave it a thumbs up. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. Join the $1 a month club and help support my channel on Patreon. Thank you to my current patrons: Kevin Smythe, Orc145626, B-Movie Mike, Robert Sobel, Turi Delamore, Stephen Flanagan, Lori Holt, Mitch Odell, Farron Sutton, Craig Farrand, Jeremiah Lambert, Grindhouse Grotto, Joseph Charlesworth, Chris Earls, Derek Jana, Demon Waffles, Tim Williams, Stone Gassman, Zachary Barton, Mr. Bibby86, James Welch, Eli Geisler, Jeff Overing, Cliff Hostetter, Kyle McGuire, Jay the Stingray, Lauren Dixon, and Travis Davis. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.